We've come so far, it seems just yesterday. They chose Canberra to show Australia the way. And everywhere you go, you get the feeling this town is really on its way. People in this town have got a feeling nobody can stop us now. We're here to stay. Yeah. Capital territory, all eyes are upon us. Capital territory.
Come on, I'll show you. This is our...
This is my partner over here.
How you going? Nice to meet
She
you.
used to have her art studio way back.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, so we've purposely kept this nice and big and open because one of the things that we're finding that it's harder to find spaces to show big artworks, big canvases and sculpture. So that's what we've kept this in. Just for the opening, we've done a really eclectic mix. Some really, really great Aboriginal artists here, the real greats like Tommy Watson, William Peary, Minnie Pearl. But then we wanted to show off all the other mediums that people are working in. Some of the oils. Danny Mello, who's also a local. Danny, he's an absolute superstar. But look at these shields; it's just fantastic. And then also some of the European art: Dali, Picasso, lithographs, and a couple of original Dalis, and some hyperrealism over here with the bees. And some sculpture. And we're actually out here, it's not ready to go yet, but we've got a studio, so the artists are going to be able to come in and actually work out the back here. So there's going to be some artists in residence and things like that. So and hopefully the people will come in and see them at their work.
You're going to take me in there?
Yeah, come through. You'll see it's the chaos behind the scenes.
Yeah, well, this is day one, as far as the video is concerned, the archive's concerned.
So you can see this is where we've been hard at work cataloguing everything, but this will actually be a fully functioning studio for artists, hopefully all over Australia, to come and work and create.
This is fantastic.
It's totally awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I've been in the arts for 25 years, and this has always been something I wanted to do, was bring it all under the one roof. A studio, great space to show, and then of course down the other end we have framing and we do all the art services, so we help artists with prints and everything, so I've always wanted to just bring it under one roof, and get the community together, see what we can do with it. So
page 2 of the Canberra Times, or page 3, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a beautiful start you got.
I have to say, Ollie's who I brought on to run the show on the ground here, and he's a young guy, he's an artist himself, but he's an amazing eye for detail. But his passion is bringing people together, and that's what he always said. So he's born and bred in Canberra. All his roots are in Canberra because this is what Canberra needs, and he was so right. I listened to him, and he last night was proof. We just had a crowd. It was over 300 people.
Last night.
Yeah, just last night. And all walks of life came.
So
and
I missed it.
that's all right, Dory. We're doing plenty of these. But even the events. We're going to do 4 of these a year. Because we know people have other commitments and they travel, but we're hoping at least if people can make 1 or 2 of them, and it just gives people a regular catch up. Like, what are you up to? What's going on in the arts? How can I help you? What can we do together? Yeah. And I think last night I heard a lot of people talking about collaborating together and maybe events that they'd like to hold here. So couldn't ask for more.
So who are you?
So I'm Kieth Murphy. So I was born in Dublin, emigrated to Australia in '87 when I was 10, and lived in Melbourne for 30 years. And then because our family just got so big, I got my parents live with me as well, so there's 9 of us. We just wanted to change the lifestyle, so we came to Canberra 3 years ago, and it's been the best thing we could have done, because just from a family perspective, it's made our life so much easier. And but we just as far as the kids getting to school and having the freedom to do their own thing. But what we didn't expect was just the network of people, like-minded. So many other people have come from big cities, successful people, but they just wanted a better quality of life, And then once that started happening, people were just saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, it's a shame that Canberra we're losing our galleries, or we don't have enough gallery. You know, you meet people who have real appreciation for art, but they're buying it all from Sydney and Melbourne, and they would love to be buying it from Canberra, but it's just not available. So that's when we decided. I said, well, I've got the art, I've got the artists, so why don't we find a good space and do it? So here we are.
Oh wow, a really beautiful story. So around here, tell me about the rest of here. Walk me through.
Yeah, so at the moment, a lot of this art has been in storage, so we're just pulling it out of storage and we're just getting it ready. We're cataloguing it and getting it ready, whether it needs stretching, framing down the other end. And then once we've finished doing all of that, we'll set this up as an actual active studio. So we will have all our racks for, you know, all the paints and paint supplies. That's another thing that I do for artists, is I actually supply them with their linen and their paints and things like that, just to help them out, get them started. And then yeah, we're back out to the main gallery. I'll take you down where all the art services happens.
You're doing really well, really well. 10 out of 10 well.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's as I say, a big team effort though. Like my role ongoing will be to just keep supplying everything that the team here needs, you know, whether it's...
So I didn't get that side of it.
Yeah, so coming around, we've got Pickle Possum, superstar of Aboriginal art. This is actually a friend of mine over in Armenia. He does all the hyper-realism. You'll see the sharks and a few other things. Musonga, who's a local artist, really amazing young guy doing really well. A couple more Aboriginal artists here. Wollongura, who's from one of the originals, Kubaji. And this is Sarita King. This is her Earth Cycle story. So we made that the centerpiece because it talks about the lifeline of the individual and lifeline of the community. So we thought it was
beautiful.
really relevant to put it last night. Another Kubaji, another Sarita, and this was actually in the Archibald a few years ago. And this wall actually had, I don't know if you saw those little paintings, this had 280 little frames on it. And yesterday what I did was I painted it to mark the day of the opening, and then as everyone left, they got one of those paintings to mark the occasion of opening the gallery and a part of the community. So there's a few of them still out here, so I'll show you.
And so the sculptures here?
Yeah, again, helping artists get into other mediums, we opened up our own foundry to help artists. So this is Sarita King. So she takes her paintings and then turns them into 3D formats. That's another cute first. This one's not one of mine actually. So my son is called Magnus. So I call these Magnus. So they're made after him. You'll see there's a small one outside as well.
Beautiful. The spaces are so big.
Yes, well, I really thought it was important to have a big space because, as I said, it's hard to find the big spaces nowadays.
So this is the reception area when people come in?
So people come up the stairs here, telling a little bit of our story. And this is a little tribute to my friend William King. So I met William back in 2002. He got me into art. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2007. But this is a little tribute to him. And this is a poem that he wrote that was really inspiring to me. So we had that out on the note.
So it's a long poem.
Yeah. But his philosophy was all about, he made art to connect people. That was he was an Indigenous man, and he obviously painted about his culture, but his overarching philosophy was to connect people. So that's always stuck with me.
Those dots here?
Yes, absolutely, that's his earth cycles, this is his elements.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So you've got his water, fire, bush, earth and sky.
Very appropriate today, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Tomorrow, the
he
weekend.
elements because he said it doesn't matter who you are, what culture you come from. Everybody knows these elements, you know, and everyone's ancestors, you know, that we survive, you know, through the elements.
So this, what is this?
Yep. So this is just a little, I guess, what we're about.
Can you read it to me?
So Canberra Art Gallery is more than just a space to showcase art, it's a destination. Created for Canberra, it exists to connect the city with the finest contemporary art from around the world, whilst proudly celebrating the talent found at home. This is a space built for everyone, artists, collectors and the curious alike. At Canberra Art Gallery, there is something for everyone.
And the date today?
Today is May 31st, 2025. Hard to believe. So we do a lot of collaborations as well. Like this is a collaboration. These are art rugs. So these are artworks that have been turned into hand tufted New Zealand wool. Really beautiful. Great company up in Brisbane does these, but they're absolutely phenomenal. You know, and when you look at them, they really do look like a piece of art.
They are, aren't they? And they're all like that?
Yeah. Look, you've got all sorts of.
That's it, open up for me. Beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Keep going, that's it. It's sensational.
That's it. There you go. Now Rowdy's in town. He's not here at the moment, but he's from South Australia, Port Adelaide boy, born and bred. But he spent a lot of time. I mean, he's been a painter all his life, but he spent a lot of time with the Utopia artists, Indigenous artists out bush, like helping them with their art and running workshops and things like that. But he was always fascinated by, you know, everyone thinks the desert is just dry and it's one color, and he's like, it's just not. You know, when you go out there, you see the wildflowers. So this is his wildflower series, and he just loves the life that those colours bring.
And he's based here?
No, he's back. He's Port Adelaide, but he's a really good friend of mine, and we've been friends. Again, I met him through Bill, you know, through all of those artists. But he's in town for the weekend. He was here for the opening, and just been interacting with all the.
And what's he doing today and tomorrow, next day?
He's going to be in here today and tomorrow. He'll be in here, so everyone's having a bit of a late start today after last night. I'm just holding the fort until I get in. So this is another Masonga here, and this is Ollie's work actually, who is running the gallery.
Tell me about Ollie. What's his name, Ollie?
Yeah, Ollie. Yeah.
Into the artwork?
Yeah, and this.
Tell me about
so
it.
this is Ollie. He had a big solo show last year, and this was one of the feature pieces. And it was all around like guns and weapons and war, and it was just, you know, talking about the different sides and the nuances of all of those topics.
It's a big piece, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Is Ollie here?
He's here at 12.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you able to help this gentleman?
Sure.
So he has something that was framed.
Oh, just pick it up. Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, let me see if I can get that.
Yeah, that's because the gallery was.
Yeah, I was going to say to you that I asked them to came to the printer, this guy's hang ups, and his new location got to that for years. I'm like, to those places. So they're nice.
What an amazing space you've got.
Yeah, well, this is.
What an amazing world.
Crazy at the moment because obviously we had the
Well, this is perfect. Crazy's great. Isn't crazy great?
This is awesome.
So you have got a computer. This is your little office, isn't
Oh
it?
no, this is the framing boys. I'm just, as I say, I'm just covering for them at the moment. So
It just goes on and on. Every little nook and cranny
yep.
is so magnificent.
Do you want to, if you go back that way and up here, and I can walk you through our print room. You might
Anything
like-
here that you want to talk
Oh, I'll
about?
show you. Well, I'll show you. I'll come around there and I'll show
Yep.
you the.
I mean, you've got to understand, I've filmed the National Gallery, I filmed them all over the years.
So, yeah, this is a work in progress. So this is obviously where we make the frames, but we've just been waiting to get that open, and then we're going to redeck all of this out. So Hang Ups have been trading for about 25 years, and I knew the guys who owned it, Mike and Martin, and they were sort of getting to ready to sort of start slowing down and retiring. So I bought Hang Ups off of them, and we moved it from the old building to here, obviously because we want a bigger space. And so we've just got a up and going makeshift just to keep the frame and keep the customers happy. Now that we've got that open, we're going to pull this apart and redeck it out, and obviously we'll expand it because we're going to be a lot busier too with all the customers are going to come through Canberra Art Gallery.
You're going to have time to do this?
Yeah, well, I've got it's a great team. Like as I said, I'm more behind the scenes and just helping to get the big projects done. But Ollie, who'll be in at 12 o'clock, he's building a really, really good young team that are enthusiastic, all involved in the arts one way or the other. So yeah, and we've obviously we've got, it's all a bit blocked off at the moment. But if you want to walk through, we can come back out into the gallery and you'll see.
Yep.
See what we've got.
So this is what?
This
This
is all
machinery.
Gonna be, yeah, this is machinery, but this is all going to be set up into proper departments for glass framing, stretching. Bit of a mess at the moment, but
Yeah, that's cool.
that's what we have to do to get open.
It's a work in progress,
That's
a
it.
work in art.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like and
Yeah.
whatever?
Well, we felt we had a goal of getting the front space open mid-year, and then we work on this for the rest of the year, and we've got some pretty big plans for the new year then.
Artwork on the floor.
This is some of our rugs. So we just had this last night for just for people to be able to go out the back and get some fresh air throughout the night. Just open that for you. And we're back out here.
All right.
I'll take you over to meet Evan. So Evan's from Dunstone Designs. He's been making absolutely amazing furniture from Canberra for I think over 20 years.
So this is furniture here.
Yeah, these and also here. This is Evan from Dunstone Design.
How you been? How you been?
Good, mate, how are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
He's doing a little mini documentary on us.
Oh, okay, great.
The
Tell
opening.
everyone who we are and what we're doing.
Welcome
So-
to Canberra.
So yeah, so this is just we have some of our favourite mixed mediums, prints and all sorts, and it's also just to give people an idea of what you can do with framing, so you can see all the different materials, the different ways to frame, and this is ongoing. This will also be our consultation room for people who have large little framing projects, basically.
And what are you going to do together?
Well, Evan's actually going to be regularly showing his furniture here in the space. So that's the other thing we want to do at Canberra Art Gallery is bring other people from the community together to showcase and share their creative with the rest of Canberra.
Tell me, what do you think of your landlord?
I wouldn't say on that. This is just just an arts collective, We're all sharing
Have you
it
met
together.
her?
Yeah,
Have you met her?
Langus, yeah. She's tough. She's very tough. When we got this building, we've redone everything, all the walls, the flooring, absolutely everything. So yeah, so we've had to, because it was vacant for nearly 4 years. This level. So yeah.
So she must have been very happy to see you.
As happy as I think Langus could be, I guess. No. Look, in fairness, they leave us to our devices, So
Oh no, you've
that's-
done well with it.
that's
Look,
what's
it's
good.
just, it's
Well,
amazing.
obviously we wanted the space.
Did you pull up the walls here?
Yeah, we said because it was just all one big open space, and that was our thing. We looked at other places, but it just didn't have the pure space that we needed. So we thought, well, we'll take on the challenge. It needed a lot of work, but at least it had the space to work with. So I think it's going to work in our favour. So that's
So
the tour.
what do you think of Dad?
Good.
Huh?
There's black ones.
Up, down.
Yeah.
This is our first sale.
Oh, first sale. There you go. You're capturing the first sale.
This is the first
on
sale.
camera.
Congratulations. Is it okay if I film this?
Yeah, sure.
Yep. Here's the
First sale and mine. Before after.
So, what did you buy?
Awesome. Thank you.
What did you buy?
The rowdy at the end.
That's the one with the guns on
Right at
it.
the end. Oh, right down the end of that.
Oh, right down the end.
Yeah.
So right down the very end.
Yeah.
What made you choose that?
I don't know. It was my favourite.
What did you think of the gallery?
Oh, awesome.
Isn't it awesome?
Yeah.
We're so
Really
lucky to have something like this in Canberra, aren't we?
I know. Well, I live in Melbourne, so.
You're a Melbourne girl. Is that how you know?
Mum and Dad know them. Yeah.
You're going to take me down there?
Maybe.
You're going to take me to your artwork? The first piece of art that's been sold? Let's record it.
That I've bought.
What's your second favourite piece of art?
I really like the Astro Boy one on the cardboard.
Yeah.
What's your favourite?
Sorry?
What was your favourite?
The whole space. The whole gallery. I just think the gallery is just absolutely... This one here.
Yeah.
She gets it, not to do the hard sale, but just, I feel like it's yours. Once you've had the story, it's like, no one else is allowed to have it, it's Amelia's.
Stay here, you go anywhere else.
What do you love about it? Come on, give it a shot. That's it. Don't be afraid of me. It's only a little baby camera. You got a space for it?
I think so.
Yeah. Lounge room
Maybe I'll put it on the
for you.
roof of my bedroom so I can stare at it all the time.
The roof on your bedroom. You're kidding.
I
Wow.
don't know if I can do that.
There's a lot to see, isn't there? Have you met the artist?
Yeah.
You met him last night? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful too. I haven't actually spent any time in any details. It's just the overall space. What's your impressions of the place?
I love it.
You love it?
It's so there's so much variety. So.
G'day, I'm furniture maker Evan Dunstan. Welcome to my world. We have this wonderful little space here at the gallery. We've got a stalk hall table in River Red Gum and Wengi, and a Mudawinji inspired by the wonderful site Mudawinji just northeast of Broken Hill. This is Desert Yarran, Tasmanian Blackwood, and some Huon pine in the drawers.
Beautiful.
We wanted to make a little room within the space because the gallery here is so vast, just trying to bring it down to what a human space looks like. We've got a Blackwood stalk hall table, the longer version here.
Of the other system. And so I'll create a folder as well for you.
And then we have two of our more popular dining chairs, which we brought in just for a little show. This is the Tamar chair, which I designed down in Tasmania when I was teaching chair design. This is the same chair, but in its rocking version. Great fun as a desk chair. And we have our our Cascade rocker, wearable lounges, and our Confluence coffee table, also in Tasmanian Blackwood. We've been furniture makers here in Queanbeyan for nearly 30 years.
You're kidding,
and it's
Queanbeyan?
fantastic to have a gallery of this calibre where we can show our work to a fresh audience from out of town.
And in Queanbeyan, what's it like there?
Well, we've been in a workshop in Aurora Place, right behind Motor Registry,
Yep.
since 2003. And Queanbeyan's just a great place to make things. We've got clients all over the country, a few international clients, and finally we've got a great space here in Canberra that we can really show the locals what we do.
I love the river, the Queanbeyan River.
Yeah.
The river's very special.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the boss?
Well, Kieth came into Canberra a couple of years ago, and ironically we found each other through our mutual love of aviation, and my flying instructors put us together, and Keith's attitude to what he does is so similar to ours. He's, you know, he gets things done. He's a maker, even though he's dealing with the art world. His approach is very direct. He's been absolutely fabulous to work with, very generous in spirit, and it's just been such a breath of fresh air to be able to deal within the art world in such a